This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore.
You know, I struggle. I struggle with empathy sometimes. I think I've got a mean streak like, anybody else. And so when I see these MAGA freaks, these people like right now, this video here, talking about this take our border back freedom convoy or whatever nonsense it's being called, this just like we saw in early 2022 or whenever that was, when the freedom convoy was coming to DC and they never really showed up. It kind of sputtered and puttered out and didn't really have any effect at all. And the same thing with all these people who are on a crusade to the border to take back our border or whatever. And so getting to the point here of the mean streak in me is when I see a woman like this who is crying literal tears that she's witnessing the grift in real time, but she's almost there. She's almost figured it out that it's all a grift. She's whining about live streamers while live streaming and that they just want to cash a paycheck. When the person she's there for, Donald Trump, the person she's brought to tears over, the condition of the country that isn't bad, that she believes is bad because of the lies and the propaganda, she's crying about. So that brings me pain. I don't like to see people hurting, emotionally or otherwise. But there's a part of me that is brought some joy that she's in a state of confusion, that she's almost there. What's going to get her there? These people who are hell-bent on destroying the country, ending democracy in our country, I have a real hard time gathering sympathy for them. Anyway, let me just show you the video, and then we could talk about my foibles on the other side and just how deficient I am in so many ways. But here's a lady losing it at the Take Back Our Border Freedom nonsense gathering, and she is brought to tears over the grift that she's witnessing.
To the Christians, do not be deceived. Stop thinking that everybody who waves a flag and shouts freedom is your friend and a good person, because we have people like this trying to join up in the movements. I found this out the hard way. I found it out the hard way. That not everybody is in things for the same reasons you are. I was in the People's Convoy, and what a fucking disappointment that ended up being. What a disappointment to find out that these people that you were with, they weren't like you. They didn't care about the country. They were a bunch of grifting motherfucking live streamers that wanted to make money off of the people in America who were hardworking and sending their money, little old ladies, old men, people who had to wait for their paychecks so they could give a little bit of money to help people drive around and shout freedom and fight for freedom. And to find out that it was really for nothing, to find out that the people involved, a lot of the people involved that are involved in this convoy right here were really bad people. They were bad people who did not care about the causes that they joined. They used them for their own profit. How sad is that? When there's people who really fucking care. There's people who really sacrifice for the causes. They sacrifice for the causes. For real. It's in their hearts. And these kinds of motherfuckers come and attach them.
Look, I believe that's genuine. I believe she is genuinely hurting inside for the wrong reasons, of course. She's not identifying the real players, the real problems here. They're there for their own profit. She's describing Donald Trump, and not everybody who waves the flag is there for the same reasons as you. They're not really patriots. You're almost there, lady. Just another half of a step and you're there. Welcome to the promised land. You see, these people there's a martyr complex that runs through a lot of the psyches here. And I'm not making a diagnosis. Who am I? I don't have any credentials on that. But knowing these people as well as I do, having come out of this faith tradition and this political movement from my childhood, these people feel so poorly about themselves and their station in life that if they can attach themselves to a cause greater than themselves, they can feel like their life meant something. Even if it's the dopey freedom convoy or whatever. The lower you are and the lower you feel your station in life is, the less that it takes to get you to feeling like you're taking part in something bigger. They want to be martyrs. They want to be victims. They want to be fighting for freedom, as she says. Fighting for freedom. You live in the United States of America. Either it's the freest country in the world that you proclaim it to be constantly, or it's not. What are you fighting for? In the freest country in the world, what do you have? What freedom do you have to fight for? I mean, it's not just incongruent. It's nonsense. It's again a play for sympathy, to feel like a martyr, to feel like you're a part of something bigger than yourself. With all of the tears that I believe are real, which is the troubling part. I guess that is the troubling part. That's a human really going through it in a real way. I believe in a real way. I don't think that she's like some actress faking it. And that's a problem. I wish I was smart enough, had a more vast knowledge of humanity and emotional things like this, to have a prescription for how to get her that next half step, how to get her out of this thinking, how to get her out of this mindset, that make them realize, have the scales fall from their eyes, as it says in the Bible, and have her realize that she's talking about Donald Trump, waving the flag, hugging the flag, the grift, the prophet. If you have an idea, I would love to know. You can leave a comment below. We can talk about it there. You can also call and leave me a voicemail, 714-576-4054. Of course, you can email me, as always, daily@dollemore.com. I would love to hear from you. Please consider supporting this work. If I am your flavor of political commentator, if my bombacity, is that how to say it? If it's not too much for you, click the join button below. For $2 a month, you can help support this work by becoming a channel member. Hit the super thanks button or go over to my Patreon page, patreon.com/IDoubtItPodcast. After all that, if you want to find me on social media, I am at Dollemore everywhere. Real creative social media handle. And I'll see you next time. I appreciate you very much. Be genuine. Take care. One another.